Where's the rage? Hey, here we are again. A beautiful sunny day. I can hear the birds singing. Hey, the news is all about ISIS. ISIS. Before we hit ISIS, we got to talk about Putin. Now Putin's flying his jets near the Alaskan border there, and his bombers just to like, boo. And he's not eating golden delicious apples anymore. He put a ban on produce on the U.S. and Canada, etc., etc. And he's massing troops in the Ukraine. Like we said, either stop Putin or stop talking, because it's getting old. You know what he is. Israel, oh my God. Israel and Hamas are back at it again. Civilians taking the toll. So, Israelis, you know, if you want to watch a really good documentary, there's a great documentary that was nominated for the Oscar called The Gatekeepers. It's an interview with all the guys who are head of Mossad and the highest intelligence bodies in Israel. That's wow, that is a powerful documentary. And it's done by an Israeli filmmaker. And these guys are talking frank to the camera. They're saying things they never would have said before. So, that's my suggestion. Watch that. That whole thing of Israel and Hamas, Israelis, remember, the Palestinians will not subjugate. End the occupation. End the stranglehold on Gaza. Stop branding them terrorists so you can just cut them all up. And things will get better, not worse. Right now, it's in a spirally mess at best. Hey, that rhymes. I should be a rapper. And ISIS, oh my God. ISIS, yeah, it sounds like a group. ISIS is on tour, they were in Syria, now they're in Iraq, now they're going into the Kurd territory. ISIS is on concert mode. Well, let me be frank. Can I be frank? Please, let me be frank. My name is George, but I want to be frank. Listen, if we had left Saddam Hussein alone, I know we were angry. He wasn't eating from our hand anymore, so we had to go and, stir the pot. And that whole war was a holy mess. Pardon the religious expression. If Saddam was still there, even though he'd be an older man, the Iranians would not have the power they have. The Saudis would be more at ease. The Shiites, yes, they would be oppressed. But now it's at the expense of the Sunnis being oppressed, which is part of the problem why ISIS got so big and strong, because all the Sunnis that are oppressed now by the Shiites join the ISIS and are on this holy war. You know that if Saddam would have been there, those borders would be secure. He'd take no caca for nobody, and ISIS wouldn't be in there. I'll even go further. I bet you if Saddam would have been left where he was at, I bet Syria wouldn't be the mess it is now. There might not be a civil war in Syria. Because, once those borders are destabilized, lots of people come in your country, destabilize your country. You have now more Sunnis than Alawites or Druze or Christians. They start messing it all up. And guess what? We can go on and play this game. But if those, what they call them, neocons, or they have names for these guys, who started that war, would have left it alone, we wouldn't be here with this ISIS thing. So where's the rage? Why doesn't anybody call it for what it is? You messed it up. This president tried to get out of this cobweb. Oh, it's all about freedom. If you knew freedom, they had a free election. Stop talking to us like we're children. We're not little kids. We're grown-ups. Yes, if you would have left and had no Iraq Part 2, you wouldn't have this mess. All this destabilization of that area. So that's my thing on ISIS. Yeah, they crazy. They remind me of the books I used to read in school when the Christian Spaniards were pushing out the Moors and the Jews, They come up with a sword and say, accept Jesus Christ. And if they said, I don't think so, boom, they'd cut their heads off or just stick the sword. So this ain't new. Christians have done it. The Ottoman Empire, when it was moving around, it's either convert or run before I get you. So these guys are back in medieval times. These guys are like fanatics. Remember what I said last time? I'd rather talk to a socialist, a communist, someone with a political agenda, than a religious fanatic, because there's no way to talk to a religious fanatic. It's their way or the death way. So, all I can say is that's all I have to say about ISIS. It's a mess. The American public doesn't want any more war because we had the adventure wars, which were Afghanistan and Iraq. Remember, Afghanistan should have been a war of revenge. The towers went down in New York. You go in, boom, 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 boom. Use their buddies, come down with air support, and just let their buddies eat them up. I mean, it's a doggy world. What can I tell you? I believe in love and peace. But the reality on the ground is that. Then we should have gone out. But at that time, Bush felt that I'd love to build a new country for them. Build roads and schools and that. Mistake. You should have gone in, gotten your revenge, and gotten out. And now Afghanistan is a mess. We just lost a general. We can't even trust the guys we're training. Even after we vet them. After we're sure they're with us. They're not. So there's another quagmire. Should have left it alone. Once you got what you wanted, get out. Go home. Like in those horror movies. Get out! Get out! That's what we should have done with Iraq and Afghanistan. So now we're carrying a $3 trillion debt because of that little adventure. And American public doesn't want any more war. They're like, I've had enough. I don't care. Oh, but it's freedom. I don't care. Oh, but what are these people? We want to bring Sears Roebucks and we want to bring McDonald's and we want them to be like us. They don't. They don't eat like us. They don't worship like us. They don't talk like us. They don't look like us. They're different people. They have different set of values. They have their own philosophers, their own scientists, their own civil codes. They're fine. You want to help them, but stop bombing, invading, and manipulating them, and you won't have this mess. Did I lose my breath? I hope not. Well, about the Iraq and Afghanistan war, if we would have left that alone, do you know all the millions of people that would still be alive? At least hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people alive in Afghanistan, in Iraq, in Syria, in the Kurds' territories. Think of all our soldiers, the thousands of our boys and girls who died, who'd still be alive. You should have left it alone. Oh boy. Also, probably, Bush would have had a more successful presidency. He could have concentrated more on domestic issues. Maybe we could have avoided the whole meltdown of our whole economy. The biggest depression since the last one we had in the late 20s, early 30s. My house would be worth more. That would be nice. So, think about that. Where's the rage? You know it is. Right here on this YouTube channel. Subscribe. Please, right there at the bottom of this picture, there's a little word that says subscribe. Click it. Do it. Keep watching. Get a little dose of reality. From the blue-collar worker guy. I guess that's me, though I'm wearing a red shirt. Forgive me. But I'm going to see you next time. And remember, we're linked with First Coast. Why do I always have a problem with that? firstcoast.tv. Yes, they're under construction, so if you go to the website, you're not going to see anything. But they're putting it together, because I see the guys put it together. It's going to be awesome. Awesome when this thing takes off. I can't wait. We'll be linked to them too. But for now, come to the YouTube channel. And if you have any comments, remember, where's the rage at firstcoast.tv. Yes, the email service is active, though the channel is not. Okay? All right. See you later, Walligator.